night before as the longest kind of night. Not because anything has happened yet, but because everything is about to, and your body already knows it. I pressed my suit this evening, not from habit, from intention. Every crease a choice, every button a decision. I ate alone, slowly, the way you eat when you're not eating for hunger, but for the maintenance of something that needs to function at full capacity tomorrow. I read the same page 4 times, put the book down, poured a glass, and sat with what I know. The night before is its own kind of holy. When the work is done, and the work is done, the night before is the silence before the answer. When the question's been decided and the game's already won. I have been here before, not this room, not this night, but this particular silence that comes when a man is finally ready and has nothing left to fear, because the fearing is finished. They will not see it coming, not because I've hidden, but because they stopped watching a long time ago. And that is their mistake, not mine. The night before is its own kind of holy. The preparation is the prayer. The night before is the last moment of nothing, before I'm everywhere. I turned the lights off at 11, slept without difficulty. A man who's ready for tomorrow has no argument with sleep. My grandfather came with nothing but his name. He built his world with both his hands through fire and shame. They called our family crooked, called our blood a curse. But every man I've met in church has done far worse. He told me on his deathbed, with a candle burning low, there are 2 kinds of honor, son, the kind they see and the kind you know. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers, they just never thought to look. Blood on the marble. I named my firstborn after every man I had to break. I kept a record of each choice and what was truly at stake. Not proud of every chapter, not ashamed of what I am. A man is what his circumstances built him. Understand? They light their candles for the saints and spit upon our doors, but behind their holy silence they have done far worse than war. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers, they just never thought to look. My father said, loyalty is not a word, it is a life. Silence is not weakness, it is a sharpened knife. And a man who breaks his word has already died. He just hasn't stopped breathing yet inside. We bled for this ground, we prayed for this life, and still they call us animals, and still they sharpen the knife. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. Take a closer look. Blood on the marble. Blood on the marble. She didn't try to change me, that was what undid me. She didn't need me different, she just needed me there. And somewhere in the not being needed to be better, I became the closest thing to honest I could bear. She laughed at things that other people cataloged as tragic. She found the light inside the rooms I had given up.
is dark, and whether she intended it or whether it was accidental, she left the kind of mark that doesn't come apart. The mark she left is in the way I hear piano now. The mark she left is in the way I make the coffee somehow. The mark she left is not a wound, it's more a watermark, the kind that only shows when you hold the page up to the dark. The mark she left. I've met women since who were extraordinary in their own way. I've been beside the kind of grace that any man would want. But there's a room inside a man that only fits one furniture, and she arranged it, and it stayed exactly what she meant. I'm not broken by this, I wanna be precise. I'm not walking through my life looking backward. I'm just honest enough to name the thing she is irreplaceable. Not because no one else is good enough, but because he was exactly the specific shape of something I needed, that I hadn't known I needed. She showed it to me, and that kind of thing doesn't go away. It just becomes part of the architecture. The mark she left is the reason certain music stops me cold. The mark she left is the sentence I am never fully told. The mark she left was not a curse, it was a kind of gift. The mark she left is the best and hardest thing I carry every day. Every day.
The street that built me had no name worth putting on a map. A strip of broken concrete where the promises fell flat. But every man who walked learned a language none could write, the grammar of survival and the dialect of night. Talk about their education, I talk about mine too. Corner of the place where I learned everything I knew. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. They took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done, but everything I am today was started on that run. The street that built me eulogy. I watched the old men play their cards beneath the hanging lights. I watched the hungry ones decide what they were worth at night. I watched the ones who tried to leave and the ones who chose to stay. And I decided somewhere in between I'd build my own damn way. They gave me nothing formal, no diploma and no key, just the education of a place that didn't care for me. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done, but everything I am today was started on that run. I have stood in rooms with powerful men, and not one of them scared me, because every man I've ever met was softer than that street was to me. It didn't break me, it didn't take me, it made me exactly what they never saw coming. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft in me and forged the iron behind. I walk with it, I carry it, I can't undo what's done. The street that built me made me every single one. Yourself the story that you won. You raised a glass above the ashes, thought that we were done. But wolves don't fall, they learn the ground. And wolves don't mourn, they turn around. Carry grief the way that broken people do. I carry it like ammunition, and I'm aiming it at you. Wolves don't mourn, it sounded pretty good. Stories have a weight to them. They bend beneath the truth. And I've been patient long enough. Now watch what I can do. I studied every move you made while you forgot my name. Now everything you think is yours is part of a different game. Wolves don't mourn, they evolve. Wolves don't beg, they resolve. Everything you thought you buried, everything you thought you burned, is standing at your door right now. With everything it You made one mistake. You assumed that I was done. You looked away too early, before the damage was undone. You should have finished what you started. You should have never let me breathe. Because a wounded wolf in winter is the last thing you should live. I am what you made me, and you made me without a leash. Wolves don't mourn, they evolve. Wolves don't beg, they resolve. Everything you thought you buried is standing at your gates. Wolves don't mourn. I came back in November with a different kind of quiet. The kind that doesn't fill a room the way it used to do. I shook the hands of people who had memorized my stories, but couldn't find the man inside, the face they thought they knew. The coffee tasted different and the house seemed made for someone who laughed the way I laughed before I learned what silence caused. I sat beside the window for a winter without speaking, and cataloged the inventory of what had been lost. What the war left was a man who couldn't tell you. What the war left was a room he couldn't fill. What the war left was a discipline to carry. What the war left and carry still. They gave me medals for the things I wish had happened different. They gave me words that covered up the parts they couldn't name. I put the medals in a box and put the box inside the closet, because a piece of tin was never gonna carry the weight of the same. I don't ask for understanding from the ones who weren't beside me. I just ask for enough quiet to hear myself again. Because underneath the damage, underneath the winter, there's still a man in here who remembers who he was. I just wanna be him again, even for one more. I just wanna be him again. Silence, stain, silence. What the war left was a man who decided that surviving wasn't the same as living, and started the longer work of finding out the difference. Of finding out the difference. She poured my coffee without asking how I took it. After the second morning, she just knew. She never asked me where I'd been the night before. Just moved around the kitchen, quiet and true. She found the things I kept inside the lining of my coat. She put them back and never said a word. Some women run from what they find inside a man like me. She was the only one who stayed, and that I heard she knew what I was, and she stayed anyway. She knew what the nights cost, and she greeted every day. She never asked me to be something I was not. She just loved the broken parts of me that the rest of the world forgot. She knew what I was. I tried to build a wall between her
I never deserved the way she looked at me, with full eyes and no accusation. I never deserved the grace of a woman who understood the complication. And I would burn every empire I built to have her back for one more morning. She knew what I was. She knew, and she stayed.
I have been silent for 60 years about the things that cost me sleep. I kept my mouth shut in the rooms where men decided what to keep. I watched them build their stories on the rubble of the truth, and I stayed quiet, God forgive me, from the day I lost my youth. 60 years of silence, that's a long time not to speak. 60 years of carrying what the honest call antique. I don't regret the living, I regret the things unsaid. 60 years of silence, son, follow someone else instead. Oh, I had a family that loved me, and a family they never knew. I had a life inside the daylight, and a life in darker hues. I convinced myself that keeping quiet was protecting everyone, but silence is a selfish thing when it's the only thing you've done. 60 years of silence, that's a weight no man should own. 60 years of keeping every secret carved in stone. The things I never told her, the names I never said. 60 years of silence, son, don't end up here instead. I'm telling you this now, not because it saves me, but because you're standing where I stood at your age, and you still have the choice that I didn't take. Keep one person in this world you tell the truth to. Just one. Don't be like me.
unfair. I built a wall of nothing, and I called it discipline. 60 years of silence, son. Don't let that be your hymn.
I shook his hand a little longer than I had to. I looked him in the eye the way you do when it's the last. I didn't say the words that would have told him what was coming. I just memorized his face and let the moment pass. She poured the coffee one more time and stood beside the window. I watched her like a man who's memorizing light. I took the coat, I took the key, I left the photograph behind and closed the door so gently, like it wasn't closing night. This is the last goodbye that nobody will name. This is the door that closes and never opens the same. I don't get a ceremony, I don't get a final scene, just a morning full of ordinary things and the space between. I drove through every street that built the man I was becoming. I stopped once at the corner where the whole thing had begun. I sat with it for longer than a ghost has got the right to, then pointed toward the highway and I drove into the sun. No anger in the leaving, no regret in the design, just the understanding that some exits aren't resignations, they are simply time. This is the last goodbye, the kind that goes unsaid. This is the last goodbye for a man the world thinks dead, not gone, just somewhere different, not lost, just finally free. This is the last goodbye.
from the last version of me.
You sat beside me at the table that I built. You wore my trust like armor, felt no guilt. I handed you the keys to everything I made. You used them to unlock the door to my own grave. A man can take a bullet and survive the wound, but betrayal from a brother leaves a different kind of ruin. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time. Oh, not this time. Oh, I watched you at my funeral, dressed in mourning black. You cried the kind of tears only a traitor cries. In fact, I stood among the shadows and I let the moment black. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is leave. They said I should have seen it coming. Maybe that is true, but I was too busy building what you planned to take from me and you. Even kings must kneel, all before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves, all without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time, not this time. Oh, Lord knows I tried to keep my hands clean. Lord knows I tried to see what you meant, but some lessons come at too high a price, and some men only teach once. You took what I loved, you took what I built, you left me with nothing but the fire and the wind. Oh, they ask me now if I regret the road that I have walked. I pour my drink in silence. Kings don't talk. is a kind of quiet that the guilty never understand. It isn't peace, it's pressure. It isn't calm, it's the hand of something patient moving slowly underneath the ground. The kind of quiet that arrives before a devastating sound. I have been that quiet, I have been that still. I have waited in the shadow of the moment until every piece was in position. Every variable was clear. That's when I moved, and by the time they noticed, I was already here. They always ask what I was thinking in the hours before. I was thinking of exactly nothing. I was settling the score. Before the storm, there is no warning that you'd recognize. Before the storm, the sky looks normal to untrained eyes. I am the pressure that precedes the breaking of the air. I am the silence before lightning, and I'm already there. I don't announce my movements, I don't let them see me plan. The most dangerous thing in any room is an unread man. They catalog my losses, wrote me off as done. They were making plans for after, but the storm had just begun. Asked the men who underestimated what the silence meant. Asked them what they thought was peace before the pressure bent. Before the storm, there is no warning that you'd recognize. Before the storm, the sky looks normal to untrained eyes. I'm the pressure that precedes the breaking of the air. I am the silence before lightning, and I'm already there. I've watched men panic when the chaos finally came, scrambling for a reason, scrambling for the blame. But I had built the storm myself, stone by stone in quiet. And everything that happened next, I didn't start the riot started me. I was never caught by surprise. I was always the There is a kind of quiet after that only victors know. Not proud, just still. The way a storm looks right before it goes. She wore the kind of silence that a man could live inside. She never asked me what I did or told me where to hide. She poured my coffee every morning like the world was clean, and loved me past the edges of the places I had been. I told her she deserved a better world than mine to walk. She said she chose me knowing, and we never spoke of it again in talk. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt. I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. Ivory and ash, I miss the night she needed me. There was business to attend. I told myself I'd make it right. That isn't how it ends. Oh, she left no letter, left no word, just a gardenia on the sill, the kind she always wore in spring. I keep it with me still. A man can rule a city, hold the dark within his fist, but can't explain the warmth that comes from being truly missed. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt. I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. I have stood in rooms where powerful men wept. I have never understood it till tonight. I have signed my name to things I can't take back, but nothing cost as much as losing her to this life. She was the only thing I built that mattered, and I let the work destroy the one thing that was real. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful destruction of the clean against the blood. She was the grace I never felt. I'd earned the right to keep, and I am the winter she deserved to never have to meet. Ivory and ash. Ivory and ash. My father told me never draw your gun unless you mean to end it. And every man deserves one chance to leave before you send it. I sat across from men who begged and men who tried to lie. I poured them all a glass of wine and looked them in the eye. This life was never what I chose. It chose me from the start. I learned to keep my hands real clean by hardening my heart. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. They call it organized, but there ain't nothing organized in grief. When you bury men who trusted you and call yourself a chief. I iron my suit every morning like my father showed me how. Some rituals remind you what you've sworn and what you vowed. They see the suit, they see the cane, they see the silver ring. They never see the boy who lost everything to be this thing. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. You wanna know the cost of all this power? Every quiet room, every sleepless hour, every name I carry like a stone beneath my chest, every deal I made just to outlast the rest. I gave everything, and still they wanted more. I bled on every flaw, and still they called for a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. The last gentleman. We built our empires on the opposite sides of the same dark city. Started from the same hunger, ended in a different committee. I knew your name before you knew mine. That was by design. You studied the map of the territory. I studied the man behind the line. Now we're sitting at the same table, same drink, same room. Two kings who both know exactly how this ends, and too soon. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who respect each other across an impossible mile. We built the same kind of empire, with the same kind of blood and cost. Two kings at the same table, knowing one of us has already lost. I don't hate you, I want that said before whatever comes. I hate the mathematics of the situation, not what you've become. You're the version of me that took a different road at 22, and I'm the version you'd have been if certain things broke through. Two mirrors facing each other in a room with no escape. We both see the reflection, we both know what's at stake. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who understand each other across an impossible mile. If we were different men in a different time, we might have built something worth seeing. But the city doesn't bend for sentiment, and neither do we. I respect you. That's why this is so cold. Two kings at the same table, one city, one crown, one throne. Two men who built the same empire, both knowing this ends alone. I didn't celebrate when it began to fall. I made a cup of tea and read the morning papers. I noted what had happened, what the numbers showed, and poured a second cup for later. I have been waiting for this particular arithmetic for longer than most people keep a patience. And the satisfaction is exactly what I thought, but quieter, and nothing like elation. Watch it fall. Everything they built, watch it fall. Every stone and stilt. I don't need applause, I don't need to see it close. Watch it fall from the window.
of everything it cost. They overreached, that was the first mistake. The second was forgetting what they'd started. The third was building everything on what they'd taken from a man who never once in 7 years departed. From the plan, from the patience, from the point. Yeah, you don't destroy a man's empire by attacking it directly. You wait until the weight of it becomes the thing that ends it. Watch it fall, everything they stole. Watch it fall, every page for all. I don't need the credit, I don't need the name on stone. Watch it fall from the window of everything I own. I feel no rage about this. The rage was used as fuel years ago. What I feel right now is something closer to an accountant looking at a final row of numbers that balances. Watch it fall, the architecture of a lie. Watch it fall, the way things do in time. I'm not at the door waiting, I'm not making a sound. Watch it fall from the window and let it settle in the ground.
I made an oath in a room with no windows to men who would hold it until they were dust. I placed my hand on a language of silence and swore to the things that a man swears in trust. Not God, not country, not law as they write it, but something more ancient than all of that weight. The code that was handed from father to father, the oath that arrives at the end, never late. They say oaths are broken, they say codes are fiction. They've never stood in the room where it's real. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried while others slept. This is the weight that I chose at the door. This is the life of a man who swore. have seen what it costs. I have watched the unsworn build their houses on frost, and I have seen them collapse when the season came cold, because a man without an oath has nothing to hold. Not judge of others, just keeper of mine. The oath doesn't care about your bottom line. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the call that I carried when others slept. This is the weight that I welcomed at the door. This is the life of a man who swore. What I stood for, I won't have to think. It was never about the empire or the power or the drink. It was about the word I gave in a room with no light, and the fact that 40 years later I kept it. Tonight the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put it down. I remember your name, not the way that the wounded remember, not with anger, not with fire, just the way a man remembers a number he intends to call. I remember what you said and what you didn't say, and what your silence in that room cost me every single day. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in. I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think that I forgot. Don't build your life too high on a foundation I have not. I remember your name. You moved across the city like a man who'd walked away clean. You told yourself the story where you're somewhere in between. Not guilty, not exactly, just surviving like we all do, but surviving on the grave of what you buried. That's on you. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in.
I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think I forgot. I've just been building everything on the foundation of what's not. I don't need to explain what comes next. You already know what a man who remembers and says nothing has in store. I just wanted you to know that I remember. Your name. Patience never fails. I remember your name.
I made a ghost of him the day I stopped returning calls. I made a ghost of him by absence, nothing else at all. No confrontation, no betrayal, no dramatic final scene. Just the slow erosion of a man who used to mean everything. I told myself the reasons, and they sounded reasonable. The distance was protective, I was keeping things clean. But somewhere past the silence and the years I wasn't watching, he became a ghost I made, not something in between. The ghost I made of him still sits in certain chairs. The ghost I made of him still walks in certain stairs. I pass his name sometimes in rooms that hold our past. The ghost I made of him was not supposed to last this long. I see his children now on photographs I wasn't in. I calculate the seasons of the years I let begin without him, and I wonder at the architecture of my reasons, and whether they were real or whether I was just convenient. There is a kind of harm that doesn't need a weapon, just a door you stop opening and a phone you stop answering. And I am guilty of it,
gentleman carries the things that cost him without making it anyone else's weight. The ghost I made of him is the only one I see. The ghost I made of him is the version next to me of who I could have been if I had made a different call. The ghost I made of him is partly me after all.
The city never sleeps, it just shifts into a different register. The lights don't go out, they just change who they're speaking to. At 3 a.m. the honest city shows you what it really is, without the crowd to dress it up in something close to true. The man below is walking like he's carrying a conversation that ended wrong and hasn't found a place to settle yet. The window in the building across glows amber and consistent. Some kind of work or insomnia or something to forget. City at 3 a.m., that's when the mask comes off. City at 3 a.m., when everything that's soft has gone to bed and left behind the version that is real. City at 3 a.m. is how a city feels when it's not performing. I've watched this city from above on nights I couldn't sleep it off. On nights the weight of everything I carried needed altitude. And every time I stood here in the dark above the ordinary, the city told me something I could never quite conclude. Maybe this is what it means to understand a thing. You have to see it when it isn't watching. You have to catch it in the hours it doesn't know you're looking, and love it for the truth of it, not the performance. City at 3 a.m., I know you better than the day. City at 3 a.m., when you forget to put away the complicated underneath, the commerce and the noise. City at 3 a.m. is a man without a pose.
I have never needed to raise my voice to make a room. No, I am there. The ones who shout the loudest have the least amount to share. I learned this from the winters in the rooms where men decide that the quietest presence at the table has the most inside. Silence is my language, the most fluent tongue I own. Silence is my message to a room full of the known. You fill the air with signal, I fill mine with space. And the man who understands silence controls the pace, controls the place. They ask me what I'm thinking when I haven't said a word. I think how much already have I let you think you've heard. Every pause is purposeful, every gap a door I hold. The man who learns to use the silence is the man who owns the cold. Silence is my language, the only one I need. Silence is the pressure that makes the room conceive. Oh, 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 oh. I have watched men nervous in the absence of my speech. I have watched them fill the quiet with exactly what I see. Their own admission, their own fear, their own need to be heard. And that is how you learn a room without saying a single word. Silence is my language, and I am fluent in the dark. Silence is my empire, and the quietest is the mark of a man who doesn't need it, the approval or the stage. Silence is the loudest thing on any given page. Oh, 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 oh.